Stress, introduction. In some languages, stress is invariable. For example, in Finnish, word stress is always on the first syllable. This is not the case with English. In English, primary stress may be on the first syllable, category, the second, arrive, the third, Japanese, the fourth, configuration, the fifth, nationalization, and the sixth, industrialization. In this sense, English word stress is not invariable within the language system, but it is with regard to each individual word. That is, each word in the lexicon is stressed on one syllable, and that stress does not change. For example, regarding is always stressed on the second syllable. Primary stress in English words is more common on the first syllable of a word with two syllables, and the second syllable normally has a weak vowel. Listen to these examples. German, agent, final, moment, famous, sister, people, person. There are, of course, many two-syllable words with primary stress on the second syllable, and the first syllable normally has a weak vowel. However, these are not as common as the ones above. For example, forgive, allow, connect, persuade, tonight, demand, complain, defy. It is less common to find unstressed syllables that contain a strong vowel. For example, although, you have a thought vowel, all, and a goat diphthong in though. Okay, but it's although, the stress is on the second syllable. Maintain, contract, stress here is on the first syllable, but both of the syllables contain a strong vowel. Program, climax, herself, nylon, excerpt. Prefixes. There are certain unproductive prefixes, meaning they are not used to produce new words, not anymore. And these are the ones you can see here. And they always have stress on the second or later syllable. Let's listen to some examples. Behead, meaning to chop someone's head off. Belittle, bewail, befriend. And then we have awash, awake, alight, ablaze. Suffixes. Many suffixes do not alter the stem's main stress. For example, inflectional suffixes, you can call them grammatical suffixes. For example, wish, wishes, wished, wishing, etc. And the comparative. They do not alter a stem's main stress. Examples. Wish, wishes. As you can see, wish is the stem, and we add es, and it's still wish, wishes, right? Wishes. Then we have wishing, wished, big, bigger, the biggest. An important thing about inflectional suffixes is they don't create a new word. When you add es to wish, it's not a new word, it simply adds grammatical information. Now, derivational suffixes also do not alter the stem's main stress. For example, these particular ones. Okay, we're going to give you an example here. They do not alter the word stress. For example, wonder, wonderful. However, as you can see, and this is nothing to do with phonology, but derivational suffixes do create new words because wonder is a different word from wonderful, as you can see. Okay, but it's wonder and then wonderful. The stress doesn't change when you put the suffix on. Some suffixes do affect stress. The following attract stress to the suffix itself, meaning the suffix is stressed. These are the ones I'm talking about. For example, billion, billionaire, absent, absentee, auction, auctioneer, China, Chinese, kitchen, kitchenette, boutique, it comes directly from French like that. Okay, some suffixes do not put the stress on the suffix itself, but draw the stress towards them. They attract the stress, let's say. For example, pompous becomes pomposity. Perfect becomes perfection. Magic, magician. Drama, dramatic. Humid, humidify. Economy, economic. Generous, generosity. Secondary word stress. This happens with words that are stressed on who have primary stress on the third syllable or later. For example, supposition. And when this happens, we have secondary word stress at the beginning, as you can see in this word. Animosity, characterization, democratic, masculinity, laryngitis. Now let's have a look at some disyllabic verb-noun pairs. Basically, the noun, as you can see, is stressed on the first syllable, and the verb is stressed on the second syllable. And sometimes, as you can see in this example, there's a change in the pronunciation. For example, an extract, to extract. A suspect, to suspect. A present, to present. An increase, to increase. A protest, to protest. A transfer, to transfer. Notice that in this one there's no change in the pronunciation. Phrases and compounds. Stress can distinguish two apparently identical sequences of words. For example, my English teacher is a teacher who happens to be English. Okay, the main stress is on teacher. Whereas my English teacher is a teacher who teaches English. This acts as a kind of compound. Okay, and the second one, my English teacher, the teacher could be from England, Spain, Germany. He's just the person who teaches you English. Oh, yeah. So compounds are generally stressed on the first element, like my English teacher. In the case of compounds made up of noun plus noun, the stress generally falls on the stressed syllable of the first word. For example, movie star, teapot, tennis racket, department store, bird watching, time consuming, space saving, storytelling. This is also the case with many adjective plus noun compounds. Blackbird, dark room, greenfinch, redneck.